Let's rock and roll here, man. Counting down in 3, 2. My next guest is going to be taking on Shane Young, UFC 284, February 11th. It's Blake Bilder back here on the program. Blake, how are you?
Man, I'm blessed and highly favored, my boy. If I said anything less, I'll be lying to you.
There you go.
How are you?
There you go. I'm doing great. I'm doing a lot better. We had some technical issues all on my end, but we got it fixed up. Big fight here, man. Going to Australia. Just tell me what your reaction was to getting this fight. I'm sure you've had fights in enemy territory, but not flying across the country.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, I'm used to stepping into people's backyards and making them look silly, you know, so I feel like this isn't going to be any different. You know, it's a time for me to showcase my skills, and I've only been getting better, you know. Thankfully, I got the best coach that you could ever possibly have. You know, he's got my mind right, he's got my spirit right, and he's got my skills super sharp. So, I mean, the work that I do with him affects everything else that I do, you know, whether it's kickboxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, all that. So, I mean, it's just our mindset. It's unmatched. Like, nobody trains like us. Nobody thinks like us.
Love it, man. Was this the right amount of time off in between fights, or were you hoping to get something a bit sooner?
I was hoping to get something a bit sooner because I didn't get hurt at all back in August. Like, literally didn't even get touched by what's his face. But yeah, I wanted to get on obviously the Madison Square Garden card. Didn't get that. I wanted to be on the December 10th card. Didn't get that. But you know what? It's all good, man. You know, because I got to let my body heal a little bit. You know, I might not have had any injuries from that fight, but you always have like nicks and dings and whatnot. You know, so it's good to just kind of see family, hang out with friends, and just spend some time just learning and having fun. You know, that's what we've been doing. We've gotten so much better.
That's awesome. Is this your first time going to Australia?
Oh yeah. I didn't even know you needed a visa.
Yeah, so I guess exciting. So. I'm assuming if you're doing any sort of work, they probably require something like that. So that's interesting. It's just one of those things you learn, I guess. Did you know much about Shane before taking this fight, or was he one of those guys you had to look up?
Yeah, I looked up his record. It looks like he's been like off a little bit for the past 2 years. He hasn't really been active. Doesn't mean he's not training hard. Doesn't mean he's not getting better. You know, he was probably doing all the above. You know, training, getting better. Maybe he's relaxing. Who knows? But all I know is I'm focused on me, and I'm focused on my improvement, and I'm not taking any days off. And I've been in the gym grinding and working and improving every single day in every single way.
You talked about the activity there for Shane Young. Are you a believer in cage rest? I think he's fought one time since 2018, like keeps fighting like once a year. Are you a believer in that, or you don't think that matters in this fight?
Absolutely. I mean, there's something to be said about having a crowd around you, a big crowd around you. There's something about taking a devastating loss and then trying to recoup from that. Sometimes you just aren't the same fighter that you were before. Sometimes it plays on your spirit and your emotions, and a lot of the time it places doubt in the fighter's mind. You know, so I don't think that him having time off is going to benefit him.
Style-wise, how are you looking at this fight between you and Shane?
I love it. I love everything about it. I can't wait.
Okay.
I love
Simple
everything.
What do you love specifically about it?
I love specifically that I'm better than him in every single aspect.
Okay, sounds good. What about camp? Who have you mainly been working with as far as training partners?
The same old crew. You know, it's like a lot of people like a lot of people getting ready for who was that guy? Alex Morgan. Yeah, getting ready for Alex Morgan. A lot of people are like, oh, who do you train with? Who do you da 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 da? And honestly, it doesn't matter like who I train with or like anything like that. Like I got a lot of like guys that are no names that could like beat a lot of like big names. You know, like my boy Chase Whitmer, he's a little dog, but his record doesn't reflect that. But he's really good. My boy Moses Marietta. You know, guys that were coming up on like the nationwide scene, but didn't get to that next level. But mainly just my coaches, just the way that we drill and the way that we go over things. That's the stuff that matters. It's like we're very intentional about like the drilling that we do, and every movement is with purpose. So I think for me, that's what matters the most. It doesn't matter who I'm with. Like I wasn't necessarily getting like extreme, but I feel like my attention to detail and skill set has exponentially grown since I started working with the Flame, and just finding a coach that has your best interest in heart and can help you focus on all the minute details that need to be hammered down in order for the iron to get crafted and recrafted into a samurai sword.
Okay, I like it. We mentioned the travel time and all that. Does that alter the weight cut at all? Do you cut it maybe a bit more in the States, or how are you sort of approaching that side of things? Because it is going to be a long trip for you.
Yeah, it is going to be a long trip. Honestly, I haven't traveled that far, like cutting weight. So I mean, it'll be one of those things that like we figure out as we go. But honestly, my diet is so disciplined. Yeah. Like we're so dialed in right now, and I'm meeting with a nutritionist up at the Performance Institute. I've done my own like nutrition planning my whole career. So obviously I'm gonna take the next step. Just because what I've done has been working doesn't mean that it's the best way to go about it. So I'm meeting with a nutritionist who's gonna dial that in for me. So if I was dialed in, if I was dialed in already before, and then now I'm meeting with the nutritionist, now I'm meeting with all these top people that are gonna just increase that just a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. I mean, you're gonna like you thought it was good in my last three fights, but all three finishes like pretty devastating. Like this one's gonna like I'm here to put on a show, and I'm here to shock the world. I'm gonna put the whole 45 scene on notice. Mark my words.
Who's going to be making the trip with you?
My boy Flame, and then my coach Adam. He's not here. He's back in Cali, but me, my coach Adam, Coach Flame, and then probably like a few of like just like my boys.
Love it. All right, man. And how are you getting it done on February 11th? How do you see the fight playing out?
I'm not gonna say anything, but I will say that it's gonna be a finish.
Okay.
Mark my words.
Well, no one likes getting paid by the hour, so I can understand that for sure.
Yeah,
man.
right.
Yeah.
There
you go.
I had an old coach that said that. He said, "Now, Blake, boy, you get in there, you get out. You ain't getting paid by the hour."
There you go. There you go, man. Obviously, this fight's in next month, but we just had the holiday season. Did you get up to anything? Did you get any time off? I know you're probably in the gym every day training, but did you get at least like one nice Christmas dinner or anything like that?
Yeah, man. I mean, I went and saw my family for Christmas. They needed me ever since the incident with my little brother. So I made sure that I went home for a few days. Saw my mom and my brothers, and then my mom's foster parents. So I got like five like new like little brothers and sisters. So it was cool to see the whole family, man. It was a little sad, but I made up for it by seeing my little brother's daughter. So I got to see my niece, and she was beautiful, man. So it was really good for my heart, really good for my spirit, and definitely extra motivation.
So you're in Vegas at the PI. What are you doing there, and how long are you staying?
Me and the Flame are just hammering down on skills and the craft, and just dialing in. All we're doing is training. All we're doing is training. Just
No distractions.
No distractions. So in California, it's like I'm not a distracted individual. I'm a pretty disciplined individual, but we want to be just me and him, just focus on exactly what we need to focus on. So me and him are hitting 10th Planet Las Vegas with the Ninja, with Coach Casey, Andy Barella, And we're gonna go get some boxing sparring sessions in over at DLX. We're up at the Performance Institute as soon as it opens, pretty much until it closes. And taking full advantage of all the opportunities and everything that we have here waiting for us.
Before we go, do you have any New Year's resolutions or any goals that you've set for yourself this year, with it being the new year?
Yeah, man, I'm a break into the top 15 this year. That's what I see. I feel like I'm just gonna go out there, hammer this guy, make a name for myself, and just put everybody on notice, and let them know that, like, I'm here to stay. I'm not playing around. And my coach keeps telling people, and they think that we're kidding, and even some people that are really close to us, and but people are just gonna keep finding out, man.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that at UFC 284, February 11th. Blake, thanks for doing this, man. I know you're a busy guy. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
I appreciate that. I wanna give a shout out to Rhino Rush Drip Drop. Thank you for always helping me out. My boys up at Fuego, Delta 8, you guys are the man. Obviously my coach, man, this is my right hand man. When I lost my little brother, I gained a new one, him. All my coaches, the people who believe in me, the people who doubt me, and I just want to thank God every day. Every day that we have freedom, every day that we have joy in our hearts and breath in our lungs. We can do so many amazing things. So just because you have a bad day doesn't mean you have a bad life. And don't ever make a permanent decision on a temporary problem. Because life is beautiful. Sometimes we just gotta slow down and get away from the distractions and the things that are pulling us back, in order for us to get away and slingshot forward. And also thanks to you, man. I really appreciate you for all the interviews, and for always being good to me over the years, man. It doesn't go unnoticed, and it's really appreciated, man. So I hope you and your family had a Merry Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you get.
Christmas, we're good. Yeah. I appreciate that though, man. Yeah, it was great. So that's awesome.
And a happy New Year, man. God bless you, bro. For real.